So now we're looking at an exercise where we'll be given a matrix and we have to find an element present in that particular matrix. So suppose the matrix that is given to us is looking something like this. So this is our matrix over here. Suppose we have 2 over here, we have 3 over here, we have 4, we have 0, we have 10, we have 9, we have 8, we have 14, and then we have a 20 over here. And suppose this is M80, and we also have a target element over here. So suppose we have this particular element as target. Say our target element is 14, right? 14. So your task is to look in the matrix. Your task is to find in the matrix whether the target element exists in that matrix or not, right? If it exists, you need to return a true boolean, otherwise you need to return a false. So we know how to traverse the matrix, right? We know how to traverse the matrix like this, from left to right. We know how to traverse it from right to left. We know how to do it from up to bottom, up to down, top to down. We know how to do it from down to top. So using any one of these traversal, you can traverse through each element in the matrix, and you can check whether that element is equal to that target element or not. Fine. So for simplicity, we'll be using the left to right traversal, right, to check whether the target exists in the matrix or not. If it exists, from that point itself we'll be returning a true boolean. Otherwise, when I'll be completely traversed through the matrix, I'll be returning a false, right? So what is the time complexity of this particular solution? So since I am visiting all the elements present in the matrix in the worst case scenario, if suppose my target is not present in the matrix, so what I'll be doing, I'll be visiting through all of these elements and then I'll be returning a false if my target is not present in the matrix. So my time complexity would be equal to the total number of elements present in the matrix. Suppose my matrix is of order m cross n, so total number of elements present here would be mn, right? Mn. So my time complexity here would be big O of mn, right? And space here would be O of 1 because we're not using an extra space. So let us try to write the code for that. So I'll be making another file over here. So say this is called find. Over here, this is my main. So basically I have initialized my matrix to m cross n, right? And I want to take the size input of the matrix from the user itself. So I'll be first taking the input of number of rows, that is m, from the user. Then I'll be asking the input for the number of columns. Now we'll be proceeding towards writing the code in the IDE. So first I'll be taking the input of rows from the user. Then I'll be taking the input of columns from the user. Then what I'm trying to do, I am creating a matrix of m cross n. Fine. This is a matrix of order m cross n. Then what I'm trying to do, so over here I'll be first writing a print statement that should be visible on the user's console. That should indicate him that okay, he needs to enter the values of rows and columns. So I'll be putting over here enter rows and columns. Okay, so the first value he enters goes into the row, and the second value he enters goes into n, that is columns, right? Now what I'm trying to do, I'll be printing enter values, right? Enter values. So over here I want the user to fill in the values of the matrix. So I'll be running a loop again over here. My j starts from 0, goes all the way up till n, then j plus plus, fine. And then what I'm trying to do, just a second, I should put a closing bracket for this opening bracket over here. Then what I'm trying to do, over here against mat I comma j, I am storing the input that the user has provided, scn.nextInt, fine. Now we can see a red line over here as well, here as well. So that means that okay, we have not we have not yet included the object of scanner class, right? So I should first make the scanner class scanner scn is equal to new scanner system.in, fine. So I've made my scanner class, and scn is the object of that scanner class, so that we can use it down below. Okay, my matrix has been filled with values which the user has specified. Now what I want is a target, so I'll be writing a print statement over here, system.out.println enter a target, fine, enter a target. So I'll be not the for loop, I should take the input of target from the user, scn dot next int, fine. Now what I want to do, I have taken the input of m and n, I have made a matrix of dimension m and n, then I have entered the values in the matrix, right? The user has entered the values present in the matrix, right? So my matrix is filled. Now I've taken the input of the target. Now all I want to do, I want to traverse, right? I want to traverse in the matrix and then check whether that target is present in the matrix or not. Less than m row plus plus for int column is equal to 0, column less than n, column plus plus. Now what I want to do, inside here I have included a if condition. If mat row comma column is equal to target, you return true, right? That means you have found the target. So you're traversing over here, we have started the traversing. So this is traversing the matrix. So when you're traversing, if you get a value which is equal to target, just return true, otherwise return false. We're getting a red line over here. Okay, we have written the code in main. So the return type of main is void, and we are trying to return a boolean. So let us try to make a separate function for that. So I'll be writing public static boolean is present, right, is present, and I am copying the code from main and I'm putting it over here. Fine. Now you can see the red line is gone. Okay, now I want to call this function is present. And this has returned a boolean, so I'll be catching that return type in a boolean type variable only, answer. And here I'm going to print answer. Fine. Let us try to run the code. Okay, over here in line number 3, public static boolean, return type for method is missing. Let us try to debug the code. So after traversing the matrix, if we didn't find the target, we're returning false. Okay, we are getting the, I think we are getting the error for this particular file. Let me make it void. Where else we have a mistake over here? Okay, here semicolon is missing. A bracket is missing. Now let us try to run this. Let me run it again. There is some issue, I think. Okay, so it says enter rows and columns. So the first input that I give will get stored in rows, that is M, and the second input will get stored in N. So let us go back to the whiteboard and look at the matrix that we made. So this is a 3x3 matrix. So I'll be writing over here 3, then I'll press enter. So 3 is going to get stored in M. Now I press 3 again. This 3 is going to get stored in N, right? So from this line, a matrix of dimension 3x3 has been formed. Now I have to enter values to get stored in the matrix. So the values are 2, 3, 4, 0, 10, 9. Over here 2, 3, 4, 0, 10, 9, 8, 14, 20. 8, 14, 20. Let us remove the 2 from here. We have one more error, I think, over here. Okay, I think that matrix got deleted. Yeah, let me press enter now. So what was our target? Our target was 14. Write 14 and press enter. So I get true, right? I get true. So that means my target 14 is present in the matrix, like we have seen over here, right? Target 14 is present at index 2 comma 1. Fine. Now what if I enter something which is not present? Let me copy these entries. Now I run it again. Say I give rows as 3, columns as 3 again. I'll enter the same values, but I'll enter target, say something which is not present. I think -1 is not present, so I'll enter the target -1. So I should get false over here. Okay, that is what I'm getting. Fine. So what we did, we first took the input of m, then n, then we made a matrix of m cross n. Then when the matrix was made, initially at all the places zero was filled, just like in case of arrays. To update those values, I need to take those values from the user. So we took the values to be entered in the matrix from the user, and then I took a target, and then I traversed in the matrix. So like we discussed, there are 4 ways of traversing, right? So I chose the easy one. I chose to traverse from left to right, and while traversing, when I got, okay, if that element is present in the matrix, I return true. Otherwise, out of the traversal, like out of the for loop, after the for loop over here, I'm returning a false. That means the data is not present. Again, the time complexity of the solution is going to be big O of n cross m. Fine.